this is my inf wave tutorial. There's two ways to do it, and someone pointed out last video that the old way of doing it just increased it by 1, and it's super easy to make it increase multiplicatively rather than linearly, but I just completely forgot to show that. It's only one extra command, and now I've shown it, so here's the actual tutorial video. I'll delete the other ones whenever they load up on my feed. But anyways, so this takes 11 command blocks if you want to do it multiplicatively, so it's more interesting. It goes from, you know, like it starts at 1, and then it goes to 3, and then, you know, 5, or not 5, but more like 7, you know, somewhere in there. So it'll get increasingly hard rather than one zombie harder every round. You can do either way. I'll show you how to do both ways today. But this is how it works. So first, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to make your scoreboards so this works correctly. And these are the commands you're going to enter to make them all work. And they're super easy. You just type that right into your command prompt, or you can put them in a command block and then press a button on them if they need redstone. You don't need these command blocks afterwards. These are just for demonstration purposes. And then we'll go ahead and show you how to get it started. So this guy is important. He is what controls your rounds. Try not to kill him. If you kill him, your rounds will restart. And let me demonstrate real quick what it actually looks like. So that's my start button. Right now I have it set multiplicatively. And as you can see, it spawned 8 zombies about that round. And if I kill them all and start it on round 2, it'll spawn even more zombies. And if I kill them all again, even more. And it's more interesting if you do it multiplicatively. And then this is my reset button, which just resets everything and sets it to round 0, which isn't any round. And let's get started. So anyways, this guy's super important. I'll show you what happens if you break him during the middle of your game. So let's say you're on round 3. And then, oh no, someone breaks him on accident. Now you're back on round 1 and everything kind of broke a little. So try not to do that. If you can, you can go back and chat and look at what round they ended on. So we'll say 3, kill all the zombies, and then set the scoreboard value of this guy back to 3. But just avoid killing all. So don't do thing, or else it will kill this guy. So be careful about that. That's one of the only problems with this, is that you can restart the game on accident. So he's super important, and the reason he comes back if I kill him is because of these command blocks. You only need 9 command blocks to make this work, but if you want to keep this guy in good health, I put these extra ones in just to make sure that he lives and he's always alive no matter what. So this is the first one. This tests for him and makes sure he's there. If he's not there, it'll stop putting an output to this block with a redstone torch on it, which will then respawn this guy using this command block. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way, you need this guy for your thing to be functional. So now, and you can build this in a 5x4 area. I haven't built this optimally. I built these parts back and then this. But you can build it, like start this repeat block there and this repeat block there, right there, and everything will be just fine. That's just not how I did it. But do try to keep these on opposite sides. But anyways, so this one is what's going to test for your zombies, and if there's no zombies, start up your next round. So this just tests for zombies. If you change this number right here, the 99999, all the 9s, you can change it to whatever value you like so long as Minecraft can comprehend it. The maximum value for Minecraft is really high, and you won't be spawning zombies for more than 99,999 waves before your computer crashes. That's not going to happen. So I just use that number, but you can use a larger number, any number that'll work in there. I believe it goes up to like 27 million something like that. Some ridiculous number that you'll never get to. And it is infinite by Minecraft standards. You can't actually get anything infinite in Minecraft, because if you go beyond 27 million, the game's bit engine won't be able to comprehend it. But anyways, you do the same setup over there as you do over here to test for the zombies, and at the end, you do this command block. Make sure this one's on need redstone, and if you want a delay before your next wave, you can put a delay in ticks here. 4 ticks is a second, I believe. So if you want a certain amount of delays, let's say you want 7 seconds of delay, you can put 28 ticks in here. That will mess with your reset system, potentially. If the wave just spawned in, and you press the reset button at the wrong time, you might have to reset it again. You won't have to do that if it's 0 very often. Sometimes, but rarely. But it's a thing. It's a feature if you want it. So now let's get on to the meat and potatoes of this. So your first command block is always going to be this one. It'll increase the scoreboard value on this guy. And then what you're going to do is this command block. And what this does is, it is what tells you what round it is in the text. So you can see it right there. Round 1. Round 0 when I reset it. So that's what does that. And this is the most complex command. Just copy it word for word. And make sure this guy's name is round, or else that command won't work. And if you know how to do commands yourself, I'm sure you can name him whatever you want. But that command is very specific. Now this is where it gets different. So if you want to do it multiplicatively, listen to the commands I'm going to give you right now. If you want to do it additively, so that it's only 1 more zombie each round, then wait a little bit and I'll tell you that one. This is the slightly more complex one, but it'll also be better, more fun, in my opinion. So what you're going to do is type in this command, and that number at the end is going to be your difficulty factor. So if you want it to be really easy, you can do 1, and then I believe that's the same as doing it multiplicatively, if I'm correct. So we'll do 1, there's only 1 zombie instead of 7 or 8, however many it was. Now there's 2 zombies. And now there's 3 zombies. So yeah, this is multiplicatively. That's what's going to happen if you don't want to be too hard. So you can also do it this way if you want, but there's an easier way. Or you can make it, let's say 3, which is a little bit more difficult. We'll start it. And now there's 3 zombies at the start. Then we can reset it. Sorry, not reset it. I want it to go off to the next round. So start it, 3 zombies. Go on to the next round, and it's 6 zombies. Let's go on to the next round. It is 9 zombies. And the way you can tell that is it will always be that number you put in there times your round number. So that was round 3, and that was 3, so it was 9. 3 times 3 is 9. And if you want to change it to 5 or whatever you want, you can change it to that. So now it'll be 5 zombies the first round. 5. And then if I kill all these guys, it'll be 10, because 5 times 2 is 10. That's how you do that. So, oops, I didn't reset it. I went to the next round. So, this is going to be your difficulty, is that last number right there. Then what you're going to do is this command. This is, again, for only multiplicative. And what this does is it multiplies everything to get your zombies. And then this one, which resets the execute number, which this one input, so that it doesn't do it over and over again. It only does it once. And then you're going to come over here, put in this command. Hold on a second. My headset's yelling at me. Okay. Then you're going to, sorry about that, go to this command and put this in, and then this in. And what this does is it resets your spawn value, and then this will summon the zombies every time the spawn value is reset. So super easy, that's all you need. Now if you want some additional features, I'll tell you about them right after we go over the additive one. So if you want to do additive, this is going to be 1 command block shorter, so a little bit more compact, although not really. It still takes up a 4x5 one tall area. because of these guys are 5 tall, 5 long, but you know, it's smaller technically. And you're gonna move. So you're gonna move this command block, this command into this one, and then this one you're gonna take off the asterisk right here. So normally you'd have an asterisk there. Take that out and put that in your previous command block, and that'll be additive. Super easy. And then this one would not exist. It would be, this command would go nowhere. So there isn't a difficulty multiplier for additive. You could also do something like this, which will take your, it'll gradually get harder more linearly than a multiplicative one. So if you want it to get harder, but not as fast, you can do this. And I'll show you what that looks like. May as well, in case it's your favorite option. So as you can see, it did 2 that time. So it's a little bit harder right off the bat. And now it did 3. And now it did 4. So it's nothing too bad. And with this one, if you want, you can also make the difficulty a little bit different. So let's say it's 5. Yeah, it'll... I think that's too many zombies. Did it work correctly? I might have reset it too early. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so that was too many zombies. I reset it too early. So this is 5 zombies right off the bat. And it'll, you can experiment with it yourself to see what you like. I'm just gonna go ahead and not do that. There's just options. And if you want to make it easier over time, which I don't know why you would, you can do a minus sign instead of that. And then I think there won't even be a first round. It's so easy. But anyways, so now you have all this done, and I showed you the additive one. So now I'll show you your reset and your start buttons. These are optional. If you want to reset without using commands, you can hit this guy and kill all your zombies and it'll reset. Or you can do this, which will just kill all your zombies, and this, which will reset your round to -1. And the reason you set it to -1 is because that will put you on round 0. When all the commands go through again, because all the zombies just died, you'll be on round 0 again, and all will be well. Although if you make sure that you don't hit reset twice in a row, if you do, then you'll have to hit start multiple times to get, it'll go round 0 and then round 1 rather than just because of the weird commands, how it works. But and how you start it is this command. Super easy. What that does is it's exactly the same command as this. You can exactly the same as that. If you want, you can also just do that, and it's the exact same thing. So this, if you want to put this in, that's why no rotten flesh is spawning. I could turn mob drops off, but they still drop XP if you want that. And this is easier in my opinion. And this kills all the zombies. Kill everything and progress the round. You can do that real quick. Be careful if you leave it on. That will break your system because it'll do weird things, but it won't be too bad. Like, you can just reset it and everything will be fine. Now this is how you make it more the actual zombies more difficult over time. So let's say you're doing additive and the zombies are, you get 20 zombies on round 20, which is fine and all, but you want them to be a little bit harder. Or if you're on multiplicative, you can make them harder on round 20 as well, but there'll be a lot more zombies to contend with as well. So keep that in mind. But this is an example. You can put these anywhere you want as long as they're in a ticking area or they're just near where the player is going to be. And what this will do is this will make it so that, let me make sure my stream's going. Yeah, okay, making sure it's recording. Would have been sucked if I did all this without that. But anyways, this will make it so that after round 20, up till round 100, they get resistance 1. Any zombie. And let's say you want a boss round. You can go into this guy, and exactly at round 100, there will be a boss. And it doesn't do anything special. It's just a normal zombie named boss. But if you want, you can put another command which looks something like /effect at all entities name equals boss. And then we can just do invisibility if you want it. Oops, if I can spell it right. Invisibility, and then you're going to do it for however many seconds you want. Let's do 10,000. It'll be invisibility 1. And then if you put true, there won't be any particles for anyone to see. Or you can do the same thing for speed or strength or anything like that. So we'll do speed, and then we'll give them 10 speed, which is really fast. And if there was a guy named Boss in here right now, there isn't, but if there was, then you can do that. And you can just put that into another one of these command blocks, and it would work on anyone like that. So that's how you do that. Now, if you want multiple spawns, for instance, you don't want them just to spawn there, you also want them to spawn over there, you will make another command block just like this one, and you will put those coordinates instead of those coordinates. And by the way, these numbers right here are going to be different for you, depending on where you want them to spawn. So let's say I want the zombies to spawn right here. I could do 152, 68, 127 and put that in there. What I did here is something a little bit more advanced, which you shouldn't use for this necessarily, but it works just as well if you can coordinate it. But I would just read the coordinates up in the upper left hand screen, and that'll do it. So hopefully this was helpful to you. If you have any questions about it, feel free to ask. I've been through this design a couple of times. It started with 10 command blocks with the additive feature, and then I made it multiplicative because someone commented that it's really easy to do infinite wave systems. It's not hard at all. This is a super easy system. It'll go on as long as your computer could physically process it. You're not going to have more zombies than your computer can process with this thing. And it'll work beautifully. Anyways, bye. Any questions, feel free to ask.